Don't worry. I was prepared for your shit.
Beside your trophy, you put a poppy. Fallen soldiers.
So we put by yours.
All the way up at the end of the standings.
Nah, what you put on?
Jurassic, a picture of the fallen kingdom with the Jurassic Park logo. Do we put that on that?
Nah, look.
Listen,
what's on there?
neither Cleveland or the Lakers are going anywhere this year.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
It's rebuilding.
We'll save it for the show. We'll save
yeah,
it.
let's save it. Let's save it because me and Marv are gonna have a conversation today.
That's what we here for.
All right.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us don't have any law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How y'all feeling today?
I'm good. What are you saying over there?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
Can't complain. It's the weekend.
We got a special edition for y'all for my NBA heads out there.
Yes.
This is the new halftime report.
Uh-huh.
Sponsored by Trace Water. Wine is sweet, but water is smarter. Easy.
And we're not fully sponsored yet, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're truly Canadian, just like the brand.
Hey.
Like the
Trace.
Yeah.
Ooh, like that.
Nice.
So we got two guests on our show today with us. I want y'all to introduce yourselves. We got our own female, nice little melanin mix of Doris Burke herself. Introduce yourself, girl.
That's big to live up to. I'm Wint. Used to play ball, now coaching. Just a hoop head. Still, keep up with my NBA, watch a little bit of college ball, Canadian and in the States. Just love the game. Happy to be here.
All right.
Nice. Ralo. Know these brothers for a long time. Played ball. Used to rap.
Why
Just
not?
ready to go, man.
Do this then.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we'll start it off and stuff. When was the first time you fell in love with the NBA? Or ball in general?
Well, it's twofold. For me, hooping and then falling in love with the NBA.
All right.
So I'm probably a little bit younger than the rest of y'all. So I fell in love in 2004 watching the Pistons. So the Pistons know like their playoff run, and they were the Wallaces. We're talking that team.
Yeah.
That was their championship year, but they were the underdogs. Like who was this like Cinderella team coming along and wiping the floor with everyone, and then they ended up beating the Lakers that year,
Right.
who was the heavy favorite to win, right? And they went 4-1, just actually whooped them. So it was just like that. You work hard for something, you can get it kind of thing. I'm like, wow, these guys are dogs. They were a defensive team. They were fun. They were really exciting to watch. It was just like I said, the Cinderella story was exciting.
Yeah.
And then the year after, they ended up playing the Spurs. The Spurs beat them, and then I just also fell in love with how the Spurs played. And most people don't like it. It's not that fun, but it's that fundamental,
the fundamentals win championships,
solid. Exactly. Well, yeah, we can attest to that with the Spurs record, right?
Absolutely.
And then I started hooping, I guess, maybe in and around that time. Just was a tall, lanky girl. Coach saw me like, oh, you should come to my camp this summer. And then that's where it all started.
That's history.
Yeah, myself, I come from, when was it? Spud Webb, Dominique Wilkins.
Part of the Mighty Midget Mafia.
Right.
That's it, yeah.
From back then, I remember when Spud got the dunk off and everybody, we went to school and we were like, yo, Spud, the midget did it. Excuse me, that's not correct, but yeah, from a long time.
Right.
From a long time.
The funny thing is, I think the last time we were here, we touched upon the whole midget thing.
But I told you, man, I'm part of the Mighty Midget Mafia. I run things over here.
Listen, and I remembered something. I just wanted to just jump in. I'll let Junie finish after.
Yeah.
And I mean, the funny thing is that we didn't really call it midget. It was bantam.
Yeah.
It was bantam. So I want to make that correction while we're
bantam.
back here. It was bantam. Yeah.
Because we're all about growth and development on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it was bantam. It was bantam. But yeah, then, the Michael Jordan era, the Magic Johnson era. Just, I came through a lot of different dynasties, even up until today. Even, I'm going to give it to you, Marv, Cleveland had a little run. Run is done. Now, it's Remembrance Day. You go down, we give you the credit, but a lot of different dynasties. We watch Kobe,
absolutely.
even people that people don't even talk about, like Larry Johnson,
Yeah.
UNLV.
Grandma, mama.
You know what I mean? A lot of dudes came from them there. It's like Stacey Ogman.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Stacey.
There's a lot of dudes that we watched, but we watched it kind of different now. Now it's almost like it's a basketball game, but it's like a fashion show at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We watched it from more like its essence. You know what I mean? But that's where I'm coming from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, for me, man, I gotta probably think about maybe the late '80s, same time Julian's talking about.
Yeah.
It's funny because I could remember you could only really catch games back then either on like the championship series or the All-Star games. That's
right.
that's the only time you would actually see the basketball games on TV. So
That's how it was in Canada.
that's how it was in Canada. So I had the and those memories for me are fond because I would watch those things with my pops. You know what I mean? God rest his soul and so forth like that. So yeah, it started from there. I remember a different Pistons dynasty era. That was when the Bad Boys was around.
Boys.
Bill Lambert, Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas. You know what I mean? And,
Rodman before the bullshit.
Rodman before the bullshit.
Yeah.
And they were crazy back then. So always had the love. I mean, Ralo and I, we played. We played. I think it was junior high first.
Junior high.
Junior high first.
Junior high.
Then went into high school. Played bantam. You understand? And then I realized I was gonna be vertically challenged after that, so I didn't bother. I didn't bother step to anything past those years. But always had the love for the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Continued. I think my favorite team throughout the year was when Chicago Bulls had that run with Jordan.
Right.
And then I was there for that. You know what I mean? And now it kind of varies. I'm a homegrown city kid, so I love my Raptors.
That's it.
And you know, I like Golden State for who they are. You know, and the stars on it. But to me, it's wide open now, and it's just like Ralo said, fashion show. You know, that's what it's all about now. And it's. I mean, our era was like the short shorts era, man.
Yeah,
like,
there was no fashion.
There was
the
no
game.
Booty
fashion
shorts.
Yeah, that was the game.
Them booty
Well,
shorts.
it's coming around though. Like you see OG on the Raptors. Those shorts are short.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
You trying to teabag people on the court? Is that what you're trying to do?
What he's doing.
I don't know.
I think they just didn't get his sizing right. Next year.
next year,
Next year
they're
you're
gonna
going
hook
to
him
get
up.
some baggy joints.
Probably.
Yeah.
For me, I want to say the Bulls versus Blazers era when they went at it. And I remember watching on NBC and, you know, with that old school theme, that and the slow motions. I'm like, this bald-headed dude is great.
Yeah.
And then Clyde Drexler would just do a little rock the cradle type of dunk to the hoop and everything. And I was like,
Was that Marv Albert before the controversy?
yes, it was.
Yeah, okay, I was
Yes, it was.
making sure.
So Marv will defend Marv. Let's be clear on that. But I mean, from then, I couldn't tell you a game that I don't watch. Like I can appreciate the Golden State stuff. I can appreciate any team, King James, great players that underrated. I still have a love for Reggie Miller for him doing this thing.
Yeah.
Because the league back then to me is a different league from what it is now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%.
And
100%.
we'll get to the shits and stuff whatever deeper into that, whatever. But I mean, that's when I fell in love with NBA and ball.
Right.
And ever since then, I've been a kid, a little part of the midget squad,
Midget Mafia.
doing my ones and twos and stuff on the courts from like elementary till now and till this day. Like still hoop, but I want to say not that serious and stuff, whatever, because grown man ties come with grown man shit. That's it.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
real.
So let me hit at you real quick. I always wanted to ask a woman this and stuff that's into sports.
Yeah.
WNBA or NBA?
What's like in terms of what though? That's
Which
real
is better?
broad. That's real broad.
Which is better?
I'll say this.
Don't be sexist now.
No. I'll
Okay.
say this. I'll say in terms of the overall team fundamentally based game, WNBA over NBA.
Really?
Yeah.
So the
for
fundamentals
sure.
are way better.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, 100%. Like overall, through and through, I'd say they're way more skilled. Where when you go to the NBA, it's like athleticism through the roof, way more exciting, fast pace, right? And most fans aren't watching the game to watch this fundamentally. Like we could go back to the Spurs. Nobody likes the Spurs because they're boring, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you would say like more WNBA teams are Like, they pass the ball well. They shoot the ball very well.
Right.
But you're not going to get the explosiveness. You're not going to get the dunks. You're not going to get all the flash that you would get in the NBA.
The Harlem Globetrotterism.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my take on it, and I'm going to leave it at that. Politically correct response.
This ain't no PC place, boo. Just to let you know. How you feel about that, Ralo.
Obviously, I mean, it's the NBA, it's obviously going to be more entertaining. I mean, at the same time, there's no slight to the WNBA. It doesn't get the push that the NBA gets.
That's 100%
right?
true.
I mean,
Yeah.
True.
When's the last time, even when the championships is going on, they don't even tell you when the game is.
Right. For real.
You're lucky if you get highlights. You know what I mean?
That's true. Because I want to say when they pop up and stuff, for the highlights don't pop up.
No.
I want to say when it's a cute chick or the chick look kind of hot.
That's it.
She might get the shine and
She's
stuff for that, and then she'll
shine.
pop up out of anywhere and stuff for that. I want to say like
a Skylar Diggins kind of.
right,
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
she got championships?
yeah.
Who is that
Skylar Diggins got championships?
No.
No.
See what I'm
She's
saying?
just a good-looking player.
Just a
You
good
see what I'm
looking
saying?
chick.
Yeah.
That WNBA team, I think either was last year or the year before that had that stupid record.
Lynx. Minnesota Lynx.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know
would
what?
think something like
Yeah,
that
no,
would be
They
Yeah,
are
yeah,
actually
yeah.
loved in Minnesota
Okay.
more than the Timberwolves are, because the Timberwolves can't bring you dubs, right?
Right.
The Lynx people, like, they do well in sales. They're well respected.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what Rose touched on, which is really important, is they don't get the push. So, women players, they complain about we don't get paid, and that's true. If you look at how much the league gets paid and how much the players, the percentage is off, right? When you
Yeah.
compare it to the NBA. So yeah, they might not get as many sales and tickets and all that kind of stuff, but they're still getting gypped on how much they should get percentage-wise. One, and two, they're just not getting the push. Like, the media is not out there for them, all of that kind of stuff, and there is still a market for it. It's just not being used properly. Yeah, that's for sure. It's the truth. That's really
You see why I want to go scoop me on Doris Burke. You see.
You know what I'm saying? There's
All right.
things they could do. Like, they should maybe incorporate the WNBA, maybe have an All-Star game during the NBA All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
Just to give it something. You know what I mean? Give it a push, but ain't nobody giving it no push.
Right.
And then, I mean, they're underpaid.
Yeah.
They're underpaid for the.
Now that you say that, I wouldn't mind seeing them in the 3-point contest,
Well,
because
this is
I
what
can
I
bet
mean.
you some of them would shoot the
They,
lights out of
and,
this.
and they have their
It's true.
own. They have their own All-Star game. Obviously, doesn't get the media
You don't
push.
see it.
I don't know
But
what
you know
it
what?
is.
If they were
You
to,
don't see it.
they could compete in the 3-point contest.
that's
There's
what I'm
no-
saying.
I'm not
there's no
saying
re-
that.
There's no
They could
reason
probably
why not,
compete in
right?
the skills challenge too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
100%.
saying.
100%.
Right, but they don't get the push, and they're underpaid. And for the engine that runs them, because it's the NBA that runs
Yeah.
them. You got dudes getting $200 million contracts for 5 years and stuff like that. Break them dudes at like 150 and drop that other 50 over into the WNBA and give it a push, man.
True.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get it because there's stars there, bro.
There is.
Lisa Leslie, that's a star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Candace Parker, that's a star. But she looks like she's getting her money from the analysts, from the commentators.
No, she's got good advertisement.
Now she's good.
Like,
Does.
But once again, a
stuff,
pretty
yeah.
face, right?
Right.
That's it.
What about you? Me personally, I'm gonna say NBA because fundamentals and stuff, whatever, would run the show. However, it's the highlights, the guts, and the glory and stuff for her. Because if you watch the game where a team will score like 100 points and they just kind of kicked it out, shoot, kicked it out, backboard, you might yawn by the time it hits 30 points.
Right.
But now you having like an alley-oop, you seeing all the glitz and glamour of it, whatever, then yeah, the NBA would get me there. WNBA, I fully agree with you.
Yeah.
If they incorporated that with like this All-Star weekend right here,
Yeah.
I'm all for it, because then right there, these people will pop out in your head like, oh, if you want to see more of her, watch the WNBA season.
You check for her.
Right.
That's it.
But and the reason why I say 3-point contest is because them girls can shoot. You understand?
Them girls are shooters.
And maybe that might be part of the problem. Maybe if I'm in the NBA, and I'm having her in the 3-point contest and she beats me, do I now feel away because I'm supposed to be in the NBA? We're supposed to be bigger and better and stuff like that. So
Well, in the NHL, they did something like that for their All-Star little thing, and they had women into some of their skills competition and stuff. And a lot of men felt the type of way because they were saying men can't enter into the women hockey league and do the same damn thing. But my thing and stuff is skill regardless.
Exactly.
Skill is skill.
Skill
man.
is
That
skill.
really,
Yeah.
really, like it's really just the athleticism that divides the
Divides
two,
it,
right?
yeah.
It's that's
Exactly.
it. The skill, it's like I could go up to Joe Schmo, who might be like as big as me and that kind of stuff. Athleticism wise, he'll beat me, but if he hasn't played basketball a day in his life, there's no way that guy's gonna like have better skill than me. There's no way.
Oh, so you saying you gonna cross him, you'll ice him?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Just gonna put him on his
Yeah,
own.
but look,
and I'm not that. I'm confident.
Marv, you gave it up to Reggie Miller. You remember Cheryl Miller used to whoop
Whoop
that.
it.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
exactly.
how he
His
got
sister
so
used to
good.
whoop
Exactly.
that,
Yeah.
right? So
That's how
Yo.
he got
skill
so
is skill.
good.
Shout out to the big sisters making NBA hoopers.
Yes,
Ow.
100,
I had to
100.
finesse that one in.
100.
For me, I would say NBA just because it's what I seen first.
Right?
It's kind of what I know as far as rule wise, the game of play. But I watched WNBA. You understand? And the fact of the matter is, just like we're saying, there is not enough exposure. Like just like I said before, when I was growing up in Canada, you could only watch, the All-Star game or the championship finals.
Right.
Now, I go home anytime, any day of the week. You can watch an NBA game. You know what I mean? And
Well,
it's just not like that for the WNBA.
Even the G League is more accessible than the WNBA.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Imagine
too,
that.
Right? That's so crazy.
Imagine that.
Even the 3-on-3 thing and stuff, but it was getting more
Even
hype
that.
than WNBA.
Yeah.
I'll say this. In the NCAA, women's games will get packed. They'll get sold out. No
Connecticut.
problem. Right? And then there's this huge drop off when you get to the pros.
Immediately.
Why is that?
Immediately.
Like those college fans, they will follow them. But if it's not accessible, if you can't find it on TV, how are you going to watch that?
That's
Exactly.
it. That's it.
Even when you go to the States, it's still not accessible on cable and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right?
but then too, even with to that now, the women's and the NCAA, you don't hear nothing about that until it gets down to the final 8 or final 4.
True.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
But you watch the women's championship game.
It's exciting basketball, man.
That's exciting
Of course
basketball.
it is.
Of course it
That's
is.
great. That's good basketball.
But look at Connecticut and stuff had the longest record in basketball history,
History,
right?
right.
The women's.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they whopped out the year
Yeah.
and then continued on with their streak, undefeated, and ran through and won another championship right back after that, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's skill.
Skill.
That's skill. To me, and then you're right, once they got to the league, crickets chirp.
That's
You barely
it.
heard anything.
Still
and
the
stuff
same.
like
It's
the end of it.
mostly the same players.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Cool. I see that. Do you think anybody can touch Bill Russell's ring collection?
I don't know, man. 11's a lot. 11's a lot.
11.
I don't think in this day and age.
Thanos got nothing on him.
I don't think in this day and age.
Yeah, not in this. Not as a
Not in this
player.
day and age.
Not as just a
It could
player.
happen though, because remember,
Not
right
as
now we're
just
kind
a
of grazing
player.
on past, present, and possibly future, right?
Right.
So let's say Ball. Let's say Ball. It's a wash for this year,
Right.
but for some odd reason, the Lakers become the next great dynasty again,
Right.
and his team and stuff will keep going. I think he has a few years in him solid.
Who's that?
Alonzo Ball.
Okay.
But not saying he can win the ring, but it's possible. It can happen again, though.
All right.
But how many rings we talk? We listen.
You
Bill
gotta
Russell
get-
has 11.
You're saying 12?
Ain't nobody.
Listen.
Even
nobody-
if you touch 11,
No.
if you touch 11 and stuff, that's a feat in itself.
You know what?
That's not
You know
happening.
what? The only
If
way
you
it
touch
happens.
You're
5,
saying
it's
it
a
won't
feat in
happen
itself.
again.
That's not
Yes.
happening.
Won't happen again.
If you touch
It's not
5,
gonna
it's a
happen
feat in
again.
itself.
That's not
I don't think it's happening
Yeah.
again.
Not happen again.
Nah.
The only
Not
way it
happening.
ever happens is if KD leaves OKC way earlier and just hops around for potential contenders. That's the
Still
only way
ain't-
something
still
like
ain't-
happens,
that's
right?
it.
Still ain't
It's not
happening.
going to happen,
Still
though.
not
Still ain't
and,
happening.
and just to touch upon that a little bit, it's we're now in the era where it's no longer dynasties; it's superstars going to play with superstars.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Right.
and as soon as it don't work,
They're
that
out.
superstar is gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at when LeBron left for Miami, the conference.
Yeah.
Oh. And we're gonna win. Not 1, not 2,
Yeah.
not 3. When did the brother leave?
Look.
Yeah.
Marvin,
Yeah.
When did the brother leave?
Facts.
What's up?
Facts.
Holla.
Nah, 11 ain't nobody.
Not happening.
Nah.
So,
I mean,
so we gonna leave Bill Russell up there,
but I
and let
mean,
him just chill up there.
There's also
around
was a
Olympus.
game. We gotta
unless
see that, too.
it's different.
unless the player takes it into coaching as well and continues to get rings as a coach. If you're gonna say it like that, then Phil Jackson's right there with him.
I can agree. I can agree to that.
Right? But
Steve Kerr's
you're not
close.
getting as a player 11 rings.
No, it's not happening.
Nah, to get to 6, like you get 6 and they're calling you the greatest,
True.
right?
Right.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
facts.
Yeah.
So the deal on
You
that
get
one.
6.
like that.
You get 6. They call you the greatest.
How about Wilt Chamberlain's record on or off the court? Let's go with the on first.
100 points.
100 points. Because we know Kobe dropped his 80 on, I forget
They don't
the
have no-
team.
they
I
don't
forget the
have
team he did it on.
It was the Raptors.
Toronto Raptors?
Yeah,
I'll
that was on the
I'll help.
Raptors.
He was on the Raptors.
That was
was
a
under-
that was a pre-Masai
And
Raptors.
that hurts
would
me
never
too.
happen again.
That hurts me too because Jalen Rose is my dude.
Yeah.
He got a good portion of the 81.
He's getting sauced.
He got a good portion of the 81. Yeah, but nah.
he got some.
Not 100.
He got
No
oxtail
one-
gravy.
No one's touching 100.
Nah.
Because the 3 second, a lot of people said it's the 3 second key thing that will kind of kill it. But I feel like the game and stuff in general is the different athleticism.
How much
Yeah.
how much did David Robinson score that game? Went to win the scoring championship that year.
I believe he dropped like 50.
Nah, it was more than that. He was up
more
in,
than that?
It was up in the 70s or
was in
something.
the 70s?
He had to get like some. It was ridiculous, and the whole game they just kept passing him the ball
Yeah.
for him to get to the 70, and he almost didn't get there.
Yeah.
They was
Yeah.
giving him the ball.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't getting
It was
100.
not touching
Well,
it.
listen.
Nah,
When Kobe got the 80, how much 81? How much you think he would have gotten if they didn't take him out the game?
Well, see,
Question.
Because it just seemed like he couldn't miss.
yeah, but that's Kobe.
That's Kobe, though. That's Kobe.
That's
I wouldn't.
Kobe.
Yeah,
If
it's
you-
high,
If you,
but
if
he's
you
had
want a
his
definite
lows.
point from my side,
Yeah.
I say 91.
You can't.
91.
You can't put a cap on that dude.
Mamba.
Yeah.
Mamba.
You can't
So,
put a
so
cap
okay,
on
so
that
give me a
dude.
point then. So just give me a point. Just give me what point Kobe
Me?
would have capped that.
All right. Well, how much time did he come out in the game? What was it?
He came out. I think there was like 3 minutes and change left. Like
Okay,
3 something.
And he finished with 81.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 92.
Go ahead, boo.
I'll say he drops 3 more threes. We'll go to 90.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 90 as a number 2.
90,
I had
yeah, 90 up there too?
Yeah.
So what about Wilt Chamberlain's record off the court? Because my man was bagging them.
Nah, that I'm sure there's somebody.
Rumor. It's a rumor.
Somebody beat that up already. Will Chamberlain never had Instagram. Will Chamberlain never had
yeah.
Twitter. He never
Yeah,
had none of these.
listen.
None of
They're
these.
starting way
Come on,
earlier
man.
nowadays.
And them young youths, they're in the NBA from younger. So
Yeah.
some of them don't even get off the bench. So, you know what I mean? Their only excitement is seeking the Wilk record.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, he probably don't have that record for a long time. That record probably broke a long time ago.
Shattered backboard, shattered bedboards. I ain't mad at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah.
So this one's for you, man. Will Cleveland, or in your case, the Wasteland, ever get back to the playoffs again? You're breaking my heart.
Nah. You see, you got Kevin Love still. He's a great player. You can't take nothing from him.
So what about
He's always injured. That's the problem.
How many years is left on his contract?
Yeah, he has a big contract too.
Yeah,
he has a big contract. He has a big contract.
So what about my rookie dudes and stuff for them? Because this is, I want to say,
You don't have
the
no
Cavs.
rookies
The Cavs,
over there.
no, but the Cavs' record now has kind of set them up kind of nice for a little later, for like draft time. But we'll see what happens.
You sound like a Cleveland fan. You don't have nothing really going on over there. Y'all,
Do I need to play some MGK to
you
prove
guys-
it to
you
you?
guys-
Like, what do you want me to do?
You guys still got J.R. Smith sitting in his house. You can't even get rid of him.
I
Like
know.
you got so much
we
stuff.
stuck. We stuck.
You
We
guys got a
feel
lot
like we
of
feel like
pieces.
that baby daddy who
And-
got trapped by the baby mama.
Yeah,
And there's kids.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Thank
on
you,
that.
thank you,
I'm with you. Yeah, that baby daddy left.
That baby
Yeah.
daddy.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
was running past half court, he left. That was gone.
My thing was the whole memes that spurred off after that. With
That-
the,
that
going to the
Bro,
liquor
what?
store. You know, he went to go run the
Went to go get some Henny.
Brown's like, "What's you doing?"
My God.
It was
Yeah,
rough, man.
Cleveland. You know what? They might get a good draft pick this year.
Yeah, that's why I said it's the position because like the
Right.
record is that bad. Right?
If they could get Zion,
I was about to say Zion.
they
Or-
could get
or
Zion. They're
Barrett.
good.
Or
But
Barrett.
I'm
Or
gonna
Barrett.
ride with Barrett.
Barrett.
Right, I'm gonna ride as the
Canada.
hometown boy. I'm gonna ride with Barrett. But if
Because
they
you know,
could
for
get-
one time, Cleveland was known as Cleveland Canucks because all they would do is recruit Canadians, right?
yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
that-
we had
that's-
the Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett. Wiggins went there first
Yeah.
before Brown pushed him off.
What about that? You think if Wiggins stayed there, he'd have been more productive?
Absolutely.
I think so.
I
I
fully
think so,
agree.
too.
I
I
think
fully
so, too.
agree. I'm like, LeBron never gave him no chance and stuff for that, but, you know,
Yeah,
that's part of the player
Wiggins
slash
got to
coaching.
get at in Minnesota.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But, I mean, that's
but not Cleveland. Cleveland got some maybe another 5 years before they.
this is before they might touch playoffs again.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
the East
for
is
sure.
getting
The
stacked
East is
too, right?
solid.
Yeah.
The East is stacking up right now, so it's gonna get for them, and they're gonna be like how the Denver Nuggets felt through the whole ranks, where they couldn't get to the playoffs forever
Right.
in the
So
West,
look
and it's
at
just
them now.
because the
Look at
West
them.
was just stacked, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're back.
See my theory and stuff. I always had a theory and stuff, whatever. Where I felt like LeBron made the East into the new West. What I mean by that is that my man was there in the East. He moved the power over there where all the powers and stuff would be, and now everybody and stuff is looking at the East as kind of fair game. So now you have Raptors, you have Boston, you have these dudes
Philly.
just doing it in ones and twos, and now people in the West are saying like, there's too much superstars on this side of the table.
Right.
Let's
They need
jump
to
ship.
exactly. So now I feel like the movement and stuff for them is gonna come back to the East.
Right.
But that's just my theory, or that's just the Podical Son theory.
Okay.
So I mean that's how I feel.
Not a bad theory.
No, that's not a bad theory at all. I think you're kind of noticing a little bit of a balance now, because a lot before everything was out west.
Right.
The league
Yeah.
was-
Right,
Everything
exactly.
was the West.
Yeah.
Heavy,
The best in
right?
the West, right?
Right. The West was heavy. As soon as even All-Star games was like a joke,
Yeah.
Pretty
right?
much.
But now you realize it's kind of spread out now. You know, there's stars outside of the West that are actually contending. I mean, does anybody really contend with Golden State? Probably not.
Right.
On a
Yeah,
grand
yeah.
scale, right?
Yeah.
On the grand scale.
Right. But
Now, do you think the Raptors have a clear shot to the ship?
Nah, I wouldn't see clear shot, man. Listen, Milwaukee's a beast, man. You understand? So they have problems beating them in regular season. And granted, you know what I mean, they've had some injury to some key players. I'm gonna watch for the next couple of weeks now that Gasol is there. See how that gameplay works. But
Right.
look, man,
Well, yeah, they have to
the
able
Greek,
to
the
gel
Greek God. I don't
together,
even
right?
call him the Greek feast, the Greek freak, the Greek God.
God.
That man's a problem.
I call him
man.
the alphabet killer.
well,
That boy is doing
He's
greatness.
still not even at 100% yet. He still can't even shoot.
I know.
And he's doing all this.
Right. So,
It's crazy.
how about you, Raptors? Ship? Clear shot of the ship?
No, it's definitely not clear. 100% not. Like
So who's standing in their way?
Milwaukee for sure. Boston is, I don't know if they're solid enough. They're up and down too much. But I'm interested to see how having Gasol here helps, and then how they're going to be able to work with the Gasol and Ibaka, because they threw Ibaka back at the 5 when JV was hurt. So I don't know. It depends on how they're able to mesh. Like their chemistry has been off as of late. So I don't know if this is going to throw them off more or if it's actually going to help. We'll see.
Ralo
Gasol's
LeBron.
solid though.
man, I'll be honest with you. I think their path is clearer than it was before the trade.
Absolutely.
True.
Right? When the regular season ball is a more up and down. It's more up and down, and then you realize as soon as the playoffs come, everything shortens. You don't really see teams exercising and using 10, 11 players in a game.
No, yeah.
The
Right,
bench
right,
shortens.
right.
Yeah.
The game now becomes more of a half-court game in the playoffs. With the addition of Gasol in the middle, with Kawhi lurking,
Right.
And then you also have Siakam, who I honestly think should be the All-Star between him and Kyle, but we'll get into that, I'm sure.
So,
You think he's gonna get most improved?
He has to.
He has to. Yeah, I don't think there's really an
He has
argument
to.
with
I
that.
give it to him because
He has to.
that Siakam last year compared to now are two different people.
Two different people.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Once again,
You seen it?
I seen it. I
Okay.
seen it. From watching him live,
Yeah.
you could just see like.
See, the
he
only
had
person that
potential.
I want to say, the person that was
Yeah.
always in my eyes was Van Vliet, right?
Yeah.
It was Fred.
I'm with
Fred
you.
was that guy and stuff, whatever. My
Yeah.
vision and stuff, whatever. That
Yeah.
I seen him going from this good to great to amazing.
Yeah, you know
Siakam
what,
wasn't
though?
on my radar.
Van Vliet was always more disciplined. Like you could see what his skill set was gonna be like. With Siakam, he was still so raw. Like he's definitely becoming more polished, and he has like that length. And it's just hard to have that, like that just raw potential. And then once you polish it, like I wouldn't compare him to Giannis because Giannis is still light years ahead of him. But in that sense, like Giannis is way more polished now. We
Right,
saw that
right,
potential in
right.
him. You're like, this guy's gonna be something. That's I mean on a lower scale, but I would say the same with
But
Siakam.
I mean, you can say that a lot about other players and stuff in the league as well, though, right? Like even
Yeah,
like,
but he played. You have to remember, like those guys were groomed on the 905 with what's his name, with Stackhouse, and they ended up
yeah.
winning a championship. So they actually had like a
Right.
winning mentality from time, right?
Gotcha,
So they
right.
were they were dogs more so than a lot of those young players and other teams. So, I mean that goes with Van Vliet too. But yeah, I don't know. I saw it happening.
So you're saying with that lineup now, with Siakam coming into his own, Gasol in the middle, Kawhi on the fly.
the X factor still remains Kyle Lowry, right?
Yeah.
That if you get Kyle championship Villanova Kyle, they run through the East.
You think he can do that though? He's an old man.
I think
He's
I,
that
old man
You know
now.
what?
the back.
You know what?
I'm not even hooping. I got a back problem.
I got a love-hate relationship type of thing. I get mad at Kyle Lowry, and sometimes I sit there and I say, we should trade him. And then I trade him, Kyle Lousy. You know what
I
mean?
traded him about 4 or 5
Oh,
times.
traded him.
yeah.
I've traded
I
him.
never heard the lousy one.
I traded him
Yeah,
about 4 or
I
5
trade
times
Kyle
already.
Lowry.
I'm gonna fuck
Trade
with
Kyle
that now.
Lowry.
I'm gonna fuck with that.
But-
Anytime he don't come through.
But every time when the game is about to start, because I check in,
right.
I mean, I'm a Raptors pregame type of dude. I watch a pregame show. I always feel like this is gonna be Kyle Lowry's time right now. It's like he's one of those guys where he's just gritty like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's like that underdog who you just want to see him do good. You know what I mean? And you know he wants to do good. Like he goes hard.
Absolutely.
He goes hard.
Absolutely.
You can't say he don't go hard. He goes hard.
That's true. That's why he's
But-
still here.
The scary thing is Van Fleet does everything he does. On a more relaxed, it doesn't even look like he has to go as hard. But he does everything that Kyle Lowry does.
Right.
So maybe that might play into our hand going through
Exactly.
the playoffs.
That's what I was thinking.
Well,
myself,
I
too.
mean,
Gasol is a major piece.
One of the things I think that we didn't do better in the playoffs last year is because the injury to Van Fleet.
Yeah,
There you go.
agreed.
There you
Not
go.
having that option of him off the it hurt us.
Yeah.
Huge, heavy.
You know, the loss of DeLon is going to hurt us too, but it's not really going to hurt us because it's going to hurt us because obviously, you know, he comes in, he can change the pace. But it's shortened the bench. So now you guys have to, their roles are becoming more defined now.
But it's like what you said earlier. You said that, especially when it comes to playoff time and stuff.
playoff time,
They
yeah.
tend to
Strength.
They did.
Yeah,
they
he
shrink
wasn't going
everything.
to get
So
that much shine
That's
in the
that's
playoffs
what I was
anyways,
going
yeah.
at. That's
So it
exactly what I was
doesn't
going
hurt
for
really
and stuff
to
for
get
them,
That's
right?
it.
So I mean, back to
So
that.
I don't see Boston. Boston is a threat, but
No, I
to
don't.
beat Boston, to win Boston to win 4 out of 7, they could be beat. Yeah, I see it. Philly's going to be the tough one
And they
with their upgrades.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Philly's gonna be
they're
the
gonna
tough
be
one.
not
Even
an underdog,
Milwaukee, I'm not worried about them in a 7-game series.
but- Oh.
The tough one is Philly, I think.
Team
It's
Philly.
Philly.
And
Philly's the new Voltron on that ass.
and the X factor there is Ben Simmons. And the thing that benefits us, it seems like he just can't. He's scared to play when Kawhi's in the gym. It's like he can't play when Kawhi's in the gym.
Yeah,
It's like he
his
just
stats
totally
are-
forgets how to play basketball.
Bully on the
Unbelievable.
block.
It's unbelievable.
Those
He
braids.
just-
Those
he
braids.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
He
just
sees
look
the
away.
braids.
It's the braids with the ugly ass laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't play when Kawhi comes in the gym. It's crazy.
Since we on Kawhi,
Yeah.
is Kawhi staying after this year? We'll start with you.
Yeah, let's go over here.
I say if we make it to the East as Eastern Conference champions, I think there's a good chance that he stays.
Yeah.
I think that at that point you see something that maybe just a few steps, a few pieces away from becoming that championship.
Yeah.
And why leave the market? Why leave the market at that point? I mean, now you can really become the bona fide star. You know what I mean? It's not like the one time where we needed Vince with all the theatrics to kind of just put the spotlight on the city and have potential players come in. Now it's a different time. Now Toronto's a different place. We're known throughout the league as as a winning team. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have to sell it that much. So if you have a person like Kawhi who buys into it, and other players around the league saying, "Yo, they just need me to go over there and they can win." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Then now it's the whole dynamics change.
Right.
So he's looking at that. Again, the West is heavy unless he's gonna go to a championship team. He's fighting with the other players in the West to even reach the conference finals.
Yeah.
Where if you're in the East
Right.
and you're on that team, listen, they could 2 or 3 years straight they can do it if they
Right.
have the right pieces.
Right.
We'll go
let's-
Lady
let's
win.
say it
Yeah,
Maybe
I have to agree there. Like, if they make it to Eastern Conference champs with the addition of Gasol now and knowing that you're going to have him,
He will stay.
I think he stays.
He will stay.
I think he stays. I want to be as
Feel the same?
optimistic as possible.
I'm going to go the political route. All right? Kawhi leaves Toronto. Let's say he leaves Toronto.
All right.
Let's say he goes to the Clippers, where everybody says he's going to the Clippers. All right? The Clippers are already in the house with the Lakers.
Right.
The Clippers already don't sell tickets because of the Lakers. Their attendance is lower because of, right?
Right.
LBJ and them.
Kawhi goes there. The demand for him to play is 100% because they need to sell tickets. Right? All of us know Kawhi's a guy right now where he's 100% conscious with his body.
Right.
Right? He takes days off. He does all of this stuff. He's in Toronto now. He doesn't have to worry about playing every single game to fulfill the franchise's need to sell tickets. Because around here, that's sold out nightly,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's sold out.
They're the new
nightly.
Leafs.
They're the new Leafs, bro. There's no demand for him to play every night to sell tickets. And they've already shown that they're willing to, you take your time and make sure you're on point.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
Any other team, it won't work for him like
Well,
that.
it's because they're going to
They're going to want to exhaust him.
tickets.
They're going to want to exhaust him to make sure.
Yeah, because they got to sell tickets.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I personally think just the way that the Raptors have handled him
Right.
since he's been here, I don't think there's no reason for him to leave.
Yeah. I think it comes down to who's calling the shots, him or his uncle, who's apparently influences him a lot.
Yeah.
Because that guy's a little bit suspect.
Well, you know what? I kind of want. God tried to figure out why is Kawhi so quiet, and I found something that it said that I guess when he was in high school, his father got shot. Right? His dad used to be at all of his basketball games and stuff like this.
Right.
And the only time he really got to spend with his dad was on weekends.
All
And his dad owned a car wash. Right? So he'd go and work at the car wash and get it in with his dad, and that was his bonding time with his dad. And he said he was supposed to have a game the next day, and his dad was coming to the game, but his dad got murdered the day before. And they said since that point, he's always just held everything to himself. He just became real quiet. Right? When he won his championship with the Spurs, they won. I didn't even realize, but they won that on Father's Day.
That's true.
They won that. They closed that series out on Father's Day.
Right, because that's around the finals time.
Right,
and stuff
right,
like that.
right.
He got the finals MVP, and he said he woke up that morning, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to close this out today." So that just kind of just changed the way I see that dude. You know what I mean? Because I lost my dad just recently. I know what it is already. When you miss that will send you into places. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's just a quiet dude. He's just to himself.
Yeah.
Anyway, when he's out in Toronto, the people in Toronto don't sweat you like that. They're like, oh, there's Kawhi Leonard. Oh, yeah, did you see that sweater? It's on sale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gets his piece. I can see him getting his piece of mind around here.
Yeah. And we so damn polite anyway.
That's
We're
it.
like,
Yeah.
We're
not going to bother him. We know
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
He doesn't like to talk.
Leave him
Take a picture
alone.
from afar
Listen.
and call it a day.
Go and get the Tim Hortons coffee and let's continue our walk.
That's it. So I think he stays, personally.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
But I say, another championship team won on Father's Day. Let me just clean off the.
Yeah.
Cleveland
Look,
Cavaliers.
Because it's looking kind of dusty right now.
Yeah.
You better brush it off.
they won that on Father's Day?
They won on Father's Day.
LeBron's father was not around.
Yeah. But his kids were there, and he enjoyed it with his kids.
He's a father, and we respect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah. Word on Remembrance Day, brother.
Is this the last round for the Golden State Arsenal? Ooh, the room got quiet.
Yeah.
Why
I
am
think
I hearing
that's
tumbleweed?
that's the question.
the
everywhere,
question.
right?
It's a question.
All depends on how the chips fall in the summer.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're leaving it,
Yeah.
you're leaving
You
it up
leave
to
it
the
to the
chips.
summer?
Yeah, it all depends on how the chips fall in the summer, because if they sign DeMarcus Cousins is up for his contract.
Yeah, he had a 1-year dance.
He's ready in the summer so he's up for money. Does KD leave?
That's the
a
main
big question, yeah.
If KD stays, is there money for Klay Thompson?
Right.
I mean, so if KD stays, Klay Thompson, is he gone? Is he moving to LA to play LeBron? Does Kyrie stay in Boston? There's all kinds of things. If Kyrie ends up with the Lakers right now,
Kyrie.
it's another problem.
Kyrie said he
I don't
already
know.
apologized to
Yeah,
LeBron,
you
bro.
see it.
You could buy yourself another hat with an L on it this time. I'm gonna be real with you.
Let's be real.
I'm gonna say I'm not really big on Kyrie. Like, he goes to LA. Like, does that make them that much better? I
Yeah.
don't know.
What about Golden State's Arsenal?
Well,
You think they're-
like I said, it depends on what happens with KD. Depends on what happens with Clay. But I don't think, like, even if just one of them leaves and you have the addition of Kyrie, are they a big? I don't think like LA's still saying much. Like, they still have some time to grow.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyrie's
you know
just
what I-
like he's
you know
not
what I think?
dependable
What's
anymore.
up?
I think they should trade Draymond Green.
Oh yeah, he should go.
They should trade Draymond Green, fill his money with DeMarcus Cousins, sign KD, and they have money for Klay.
Yeah, money for Clay.
Then, my friend, we'll be talking about who's the next people to get to 6 championships.
Yeah.
Because KD wants, obviously, he's trying to get a multi-year deal.
He's trying to get
Yeah.
a multi.
Right,
He wants
right,
multi-year
right.
this time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Man, honestly, with the addition of DeMarcus Cousins, like, you could just see Draymond's like role is like diminished, right? Because Draymond was that guy. You know, he was a great passer. He could do all these things, but DeMarcus can do all the same things but better.
Well, listen,
Well,
like,
he's
do you
known
need
he's
him
known for
anymore?
dropping 50s.
Yeah.
Right.
So
if they can keep that dynasty happening,
Yeah.
right? Who would you see as a team in the West that might be able to give them some problems, and then a team in the East that would challenge them for the championship?
I'm going to stick to my hometown squad.
That's for the East.
I'm
So
gonna
what
stick
about
to
the
my-
West
All
side?
right, for the West, who would you think that would be that roadblock, if there's any, to stop them from going to the Western Conference Championship?
Right now?
Or even if they keep the core going ahead, like, because we're assuming if they stick together, that's going to be a dynasty going forward.
Yeah.
Right.
Right now, who do we see in the West that might cause that problem for them?
Only OKC for my side.
I'm with you.
OKC. I'm gonna ride with OKC.
I'm with you. OKC.
How you feel?
it's a tough one. I'm still saying nobody, really.
This ain't nobody.
You know what?
Yeah.
X Factor now, Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
X Factor. And you know what he does every night. He goes hard.
He come alive in the nighttime.
Yeah.
the big thing with Russell Westbrook, he took that step back. Like, he's like, I'm going to play this role. I'm going to let Paul George take his, and I'm just going to do what I need to do for our team.
Because it's all about growth and development.
And if it sticks to that, then I could see that being like them being a contender, because he just it depends on what Westbrook does.
Right.
If Harden and KD never left, do you think they would have won a championship by now?
Nah, ego clash. Ego clash.
Yeah, they needed to go their separate ways.
They needed to go their
for that.
separate ways.
Yeah. And Harden,
They needed to go.
man, it's hard with that dude, because you know what? Like, you can't deny that he's talented. He's nice.
Absolutely.
He's
Yeah,
mad
he's
nice.
nice. He's nice.
He's mad nice.
And he got booty shorts too.
Yeah,
But you know what though? Even Kobe said it the other day. Kobe said, "Ain't winning no championships.
No.
Ain't winning no championships.
No.
Playing the way he plays, the style that he plays, no chips coming over there.
It's gonna be like Tracy McGrady when he was in Houston.
You know what?
No, he's doing better than
Yeah,
T-Mac.
yeah.
He's
Numbers
doing
wise,
better
he's
than
doing better than
T-Mac.
T-Mac.
T-Mac is still T-Mac, right?
Yeah.
Different era.
True.
Different era. That's not the thing. You can't compare those guys anyway. I mean, T-Mac is T-Mac.
T-Mac should have stayed in Toronto.
Should have stayed in Toronto.
Yeah.
So, okay, my next question to y'all is, how y'all feeling today after the trade deadlines of 2018-2019's year? A lot of people felt emotional. A lot of people felt the type of way. You guys stressed on a little bit on the fact with the whole Gasol movement, right? I seen on the newspaper and stuff when I was coming in and stuff to work the following day, they were like, 4 for 1?
Yeah.
4 for 1?
Even the second round pick, that ain't
So, how you feel, Wint?
Well, I'm happy with us on getting the up. Like, I still think Gasol is an upgrade. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprised that AD didn't go anywhere. I'm not surprised about that.
I feel like he pulled a pump fake a flex on us,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Like,
Pump
I
faked
just
everybody.
Yeah.
I was like,
Listen, at one point I thought the Lakers was gonna call Kobe to come out of retirement so
Yeah.
they could trade his ass.
Yeah, well,
Not- it was
I
just-
seen a meme. I seen a meme that they said the Lakers was trading Lonzo Ball, Ingram, what's the dude's name?
Kuzma?
Kuzma, yeah.
Kuzma?
And
There's one more in
the Cure.
and
the Cure.
Magic Johnson's kid.
And Magic Johnson's Cure. They was and the Cure.
Man, no, it was that was crazy, but nothing was gonna happen with that. He's a mystery to me right now. I still think Philly were the big winners in this trade,
Absolutely.
in the trades for sure.
You know who I
They were the
think
big
is the
winners.
biggest winners? And overall, the Dallas Mavericks.
For this whole trade,
yeah.
this whole trade thing?
Yeah, I think
about
the Dallas
Kristaps,
Mavericks
yeah.
are the biggest winners
Yeah.
because now they got Porzingis.
And Luka.
Listen,
Nah, man, that he is not a rookie.
listen, man. That kid right there is the biggest All-Star snub. I don't want to hear nobody else complain.
Yeah.
Well, Trey, because him coming in the same time with Trey Young from ATL, they want to no, but you know they always link the NBA.
Yeah,
they always
yeah.
link somebody
Right.
with
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
But
The
Trey
draft
ain't
year.
doing the magic shit.
Yeah,
that
but Trey's
Luka's
still
doing.
holding
Yeah.
it.
Trey's holding.
No,
it.
he's
He's
doing
holding.
great.
He's holding.
He's
He's
doing
holding.
great.
But Luka is a different kind of beast. He's like that
He's
great
a-
white unicorn.
The kid's crazy, man.
He's just great.
Kid's crazy, man.
He's just great.
I swear, he's probably in the back, going back to the locker room, like galloping, and then the horn come back out of his head and shit. Because
You get the
it's
rainbow,
Yeah.
the rainbow mane just
You
dropped
know
out
what
or
I'm
something.
Yeah,
it's like a Old Spice commercial with that kid. That kid is
yeah.
He does great
he's
shit.
He's a different breed.
No.
he just does great shit.
He's a different breed, man. Yeah.
Is there a rookie
Rudy
of the year?
Goldberg crying.
Oh,
Definitely.
That was so
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
Definitely.
the only reason he should be crying is because Luka got snubbed. Yeah, you should be crying for Luka. You shouldn't be crying. And your mom crying, she should be crying, calling you, saying she can't believe Luka got snubbed.
I can't believe you're not crying for Luka. You're crying for yourself.
Yeah, that's what you should be crying for. You should be crying for Luka.
Yeah, no, man. Like, Rudy Gobert's a good player. He's a defensive player. Nobody cares. It sucks. The
All-star.
NBA, nobody cares, right?
All-star.
Just,
People come
why
to
are you
see
surprised?
points.
That's
Why are
it,
you
man.
surprised?
People want to see
it.
points
Yeah.
on the
Listen,
board.
they don't even play defense in the damn All-Star.
Yeah.
This is it. Look,
No.
when Ben Wallace, remember Ben Wallace from Detroit?
Yeah,
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 second
that's my
go
guy.
round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Wallace was the defensive player of the year, and he made the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And he finished with 22 points.
He can still hoop.
And he was the defensive player
Yeah,
this year. He
yeah.
finished with 22 points.
No,
Oh,
also
shit.
it's a different beast.
It's
It's a
like, come
different
on.
beast. Yeah.
Rudy Gobert. No, Eddie, come on, man. By the time you get down the court, they ready to go back up. You know, it's pass, dunk. Pass, dunk.
That's it.
Alley oop from half court.
Yeah, like, you know.
So okay, All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
Team USA or Team World?
Team World.
You got Team World?
I got
Yeah.
Team World.
You got Team World?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got team.
You got
World.
Team World?
I got
Wait,
Team World.
Luca's on Team World, right?
Yeah,
Luca's on Team
exactly.
World.
Yeah, I got Team World,
That's
man.
it.
You
That's
gotta say
it.
no more than that.
You didn't say anything else.
Team World.
Yeah.
Siakam.
And
Yeah.
Greek God?
Yeah.
Siakam.
And Greek God? Come on.
No, he's not.
No,
No,
he's
he's
not.
too
No,
old now. He's
He's
too
past
old.
it, man. He's too old, man.
years,
He's
yeah,
too
yeah,
old.
yeah.
He's too old.
That took place at the rookie sophomore game,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they
no.
changed. Just Team World and Team US.
Team
Stuff
Luca.
like-
Let's just call it that.
Team Luca.
Pretty
They
much.
go all
He
the
will
way.
be the
Who
captain.
else is on that team?
We got Siakam. We got.
We got Siakam. We got what I was gonna say Barbados.
Because
Guy from
yes,
Barbados.
yes. Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield. He's on, and then the U.S. team is what, Tatum and those guys.
Jason Tatum.
Trae Young.
It's Kuzma,
Kuzma.
and I think there's one other person and stuff that are on there to watch. But I think everybody else, to me, I feel like it's gonna fall in the world. But other than that,
Team Luca.
Team
All the
Luca.
way.
We'll call
He's
it Team Luca.
He's exciting, man.
Team Luca.
Team Luca.
Let me see. I'm just pulling up some stuff here to see.
No,
It's gonna be exciting to watch. That's definitely for sure.
Well, the past few, I want to say the past few World versus USA games, like they kind of came alive when they changed it from the rookie to sophomore.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think when they had the rookie to sophomore and stuff, whatever, and that's when Kyrie Irving came alive in my eyes. When he made it there, and I was like, he was good on Duke, but he said he came to show out this weekend and stuff when he first touched there. So that's I was like, okay, you know what? These games are definitely something to watch,
Right.
right? And then everything else started falling into place and stuff, whatever, slowly. But then when they switched over from the world and the U.S., you start respecting other countries, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, because
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it. Before the longest and stuff, before they switched over, you just know you had the Gasol brothers, repping Spain, is it? Then
Right.
you had Dirk Diggler, aka Dirk Nowitzki, from Germany,
Ginobili.
right? Ginobili.
Ginobili,
But
yeah.
then that
Yeah.
was it.
Right.
Everybody else under the radar fell short. Whatever. Darko Milicic, no.
You know
We're not
what?
gonna Go there.
I'm looking
Exactly.
at the rosters right now for this Team USA World game.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
it's
good
gonna be a
game, man.
battle. It's
Team
gonna
USA
be a battle.
got Jarrett Allen from the Nets,
Yeah,
Marvin Bagley from the Kings,
yeah.
Lonzo Ball, John Collins from the Hawks,
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox, Jaren Jackson Jr., Kyle Kuzma, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, and Trae Young.
Yeah,
I forgot about Donovan
that's not a
Yeah,
bad squad
that's
at all,
pretty
man.
But the world team, we got OG, we got DeAndre Ayton, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Luka, and we got the hometown boy Shea, Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah. He's doing work too.
He's doing work. Then we got the dude from the Nets. I never heard of him. Then we got Lauri Markkanen, Seti Osman, and Ben Simmons.
Cleveland,
Yeah.
Ben
It's
Simmons.
gonna be a good game.
Cleveland.
Seti's a baller.
Said he's yeah.
Seti's a baller.
Said he's a baller. He can do some things. Cool. So okay, since we on the whole weekend tip, whatever. What's your favorite dunk you ever seen on Skills Night? From past, present, now. I'll lead the way. To be honest and stuff, whatever. Spuddy, he always held a little piece to me. And then like when the back and forth battle between MJ and Dominique Wilkins,
Yeah.
that was always a type of thing and stuff whatever to me. But I'm a fan of the theatrics, so I want to say I give it to Blake with the whole car jumping thing and the choir and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, first and foremost, you took it to a whole nother level
Right.
of just basic shit.
Right.
But it goes to show you and stuff like that. You can polish off a turd and make it great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because most of the players and stuff can jump over a car that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was a specific type of way and stuff whatever, like where it's let's say a hatchback type of car with the little extra rims and extra shit on the top.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
a basic thing, but I'm like the choir singing and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
take it to the halo.
Right.
So me was with Blake, but Blake will be my top dog.
That's the best dunk with
With the theatrics.
With theatrics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
I think I'm gonna give it to what's the boy from Gerald Green.
Gerald Green.
Gerald Green.
Oh.
Blow out the cupcake.
Oh,
Blow the candle
yeah.
out.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
sick.
the candle was smooth. That was smooth. And that was that. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Aaron Gordon. That was the last dunk competition that I felt like any type of excitement.
Oh, that was
Really?
a good one.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
pretty good
That was
one.
good.
That was a
Yeah.
pretty good one.
Yeah, I like that.
Dunk competition fell off.
Yeah.
It did,
It
but
really
that's what I'm saying, past and present.
Yeah, but-
give me yours though.
Listen, man, I'm gonna go old school, and I'm gonna go back hometown, and I'm gonna say the Vince Carter, because
Honey dip.
the honey,
Honey
dip.
dip?
What, he put his arm in the rim?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that.
The honey
Because-
dip. You can't
that
sleep on the
was-
honey
yeah,
dip.
but that's not. There's no
There was no
there's no theatrics.
But that's what I love
No,
about it.
but that's what I'm saying.
That's a whole
Loved
different
about it.
category.
Pure
What
dunking
so okay.
ability.
So give me one with the theatrics. You gave me one.
Yeah.
So give me one without the theatrics.
Without the theatrics, man, you got there's a lot of dunks.
Right.
But Vince,
Yeah, you
man.
can't. I don't think
honey
you can
dip?
go. Yeah.
Vince,
You
no,
gotta
the
go with that.
360 windmill.
The 360 windmill was nice.
Yeah.
That was on NBA Street, so you know that shit was real.
Yeah.
Because they had to mimic that for a video game.
Yeah.
So you know he came correct and stuff
Listen,
like that.
Vince is just a flyer. Period. I'm talking.
Yeah.
Look, man, I seen some dunks from the North Carolina days.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where he's coming down the middle and just you're not even expecting it.
All right. What about the one when he jumped over the 7-foot dude?
Oh yeah. What team was that though?
That was Team USA.
No,
France.
Yeah,
France.
France.
I'm like, it was some European nation was probably about
Cry-
to
man.
Well, they
erase
were
the
with
whole
Rudy
damn
Gobert and they
team.
were crying all together.
He was like,
All
he was
the
like, look at my balls.
He cleared the dude. Clear.
Clear. Because when Giannis leaped over a thing and stuff, whatever, like
he
the
was
shorts,
kinda hunched
the
over.
shorts kind of rubbed over his head, so he got sweaty balls.
Yeah, but he was
He had
also
sweaty balls.
Tim
He was
Hardaway was
hunched.
also
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
hunched over
Yeah,
too. He
exactly.
helped him, you know what I mean? 7'1" Vince climbed that one.
Yeah, that was a
Gosh.
clean.
Not too many people jump like that, dude. Though
Nah, man,
he's
that's
still jumping right
jump
now.
out the
Yeah.
building, man.
He's still jumping right now.
I heard
Yeah,
a
he's
lot of
still
people and stuff
jumping.
at ATL and stuff where they
He's still
saying-
jumping.
Listen, man, I want them to have him retire as a Rapture.
I think he still will. For some reason, I find that maybe in the summer,
Might happen.
I think it's gonna happen. I think Vince is gonna honestly, because Vince, if you watch Vince play right now, Vince still playing ball.
Yeah,
Yeah, he actually hasn't fallen off yet.
Vince is
Like he's
still
not
playing ball.
Dirk where
I mean, yeah,
numbers
he
are
ain't-
super low.
He ain't scoring 30 or
Yeah.
40, but I mean, he will if he will get hot.
But he's
Well, it's
not.
true.
But they're not asking or expecting him to
No.
score
Yeah,
30 or
yeah.
40.
No.
So that's why he's not doing
Right.
it. But
Right.
He can do it.
He can do it.
He can do it.
But ATL has a lot of like young dudes and stuff for them.
Well, that's what I'm
so
saying.
his
They're
thing-
trying
his
to
thing,
develop
yeah.
those young
They're trying to-
dudes. You know what I mean? So they're
Exactly.
not going to give him that.
He's just that
Yeah.
veteran there to kind
Right.
of school him to the
Steer them,
dynamics
yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah.
whatever, right? That's how I felt like when it came to Kevin Garnett when he went back to the Timberwolves.
Right.
It was just something to kind of steer them, the young boys and stuff, to be like, hey. You need to hone in this and hone in that. Trust me, you got
Still
some
didn't
years to
work,
go
though.
in there. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly, right?
Wiggins obviously ain't listening to him.
Yeah. Did
You know
not
what?
work.
That kid is, and he's so talented, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he
So
plateaued.
talented,
In my
man.
opinion, I think he plateaued.
I don't think. He
I don't
plateaued.
think
I
so.
think
It's mental.
I don't
It's
even know
all
if it's. I
mental.
think he just needs to get out of Minnesota.
What about Minnesota is holding him back? The franchise, the coach. Well, the coaching's gone. Like what is it?
What's really in Minnesota?
Cold.
You know, it's
The
cold.
Lynx,
It's cold.
the Minnesota Lynx.
Yeah.
Like it's cold.
Yeah, the Minnesota
You know what I
Lynx.
mean?
That's what's there.
Sure, it's cold here too. It's cold here too. But there's still things
There's
you
no
can still-
excitement. It's
you
like,
can
it's
still-
true.
There's no life.
That's true.
Really, it's real quiet,
That's true.
right?
Mall of
And
America. It's popping there.
The team don't really get like you said. The Lynx
Yeah.
are more popular than the Timberwolves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then coming from Toronto, where you having all that
Everything.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then I think it's just a matter of situation, and then too with Karl Anthony Towns. Everything's so up and down over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing firm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like they should still hoop. Like show your worth so somebody else wants to take you though. Like yeah, we know he's talented. We've seen what he could do, but like he hasn't even played internationally anymore. He doesn't like. I'm just like I don't know. You sort of lose faith after that many years.
I don't know.
like-
Me, I started riding with Captain Canada. Jamal Murray.
Man, that
Jamal
boy.
Murray?
No, that's
that
my boy.
see, but
That's
he's a
just-
dog. Like, who's saying anything about Denver? And now look at them.
That's
Yeah,
my dude
yeah.
right
They're
there, boy.
I'm pretty sure they're second in the West.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're hooping, man.
They're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're charting up. So okay, who's taking 3-point competition?
3 points. Who's in that?
Should we go with our boy Danny Green?
Let
I'd
me
say
see.
he just did a late entry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Danny
So we
kinda
got-
slipped in.
We got Chris Middleton,
Yep.
Steph Curry, Kemba Walker, Damon Lillard, Dirk, Danny Green, Seth Curry, Devin Booker, Joe Harris, and Buddy Hield. Who you got, Smooth?
I'm gonna go with Steph.
You going with Steph?
I'm gonna go with Steph.
Oh, he's hometown, right? Charlotte. Charlotte, right?
True.
Charlotte boy.
Charlotte. I'm gonna go with Steph.
You go with Steph?
I'm gonna go with Steph because once I heard Steph was in it instead of Clay, I started scratching my head. I was like, but Clay was running shit, but Steph he didn't enter before, right? So I'm like, fuck it.
I'm just gonna go with Danny Green. Why not? Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny Green.
All right.
Yeah. Why not?
All right, I'm gonna go with the dark horse, the other hometown boy,
Kemba.
Seth Curry.
Oh, Seth.
Steph.
I'm gonna go with Seth Curry.
You think Seth can do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seth. I think
they're gonna
I
have
just
a
think the
little-
narrative too.
I was about to say, you think
That
they're gonna have
would-
a
yeah.
little family
Yeah,
rivalry?
you know, like I think the narrative.
The
of
That
it,
would be-
narrative
that
will
would-
sell
of
it. The
the
narrative
two
will
of
sell it.
Seth and Steph in the finals, the 3-point competition,
Yeah, yeah.
and Del Curry sitting on the sideline saying, "Which one of my sons is going to do this one?" I think the narrative is just nice.
All right, so it's a little 2-piece question to it, whatever.
All right.
Are you a fan? Are you guys a fan of the new All-Star lineups with the instead of East and West? Last year was Team Steph and Team LeBron. This year is Team LeBron and Team Giannis.
Yes.
Are you a fan?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fan of the. Did you watch them do the picks like live? I didn't
Yeah,
watch it
I
live.
did.
I ended
I
up watching it
I
after.
caught some
watched the
highlights. I
highlights.
caught some highlights.
But it was
watched the
fun. It adds to the theatrics and
adds to the fun.
entertainment
It adds to
value
the
of
fun.
it.
Right,
Like
right.
they made trades. Like it was good. Yeah.
Because I remember
liked it.
last year. when
They ended up
when
just-
KD ended up on Team LeBron. He took his thing and stuff and started flashing into Steph's face. He's like, "I don't need you. I got LeBron." Right? And that's what made the joke about everything. I was like, yeah.
But they asked KD yesterday what he thought about LeBron taking him number 1. KD said, "Well, what else is he supposed to do?"
Dude,
in line though.
It's like, what else is he supposed to do? Like,
It was funny because I caught the after and just the whole part when they were talking about when he said AD and Giannis is like, ain't that tampering? Everybody just started dying. Everybody started
Yo,
dying.
they kept it 100. It was funny.
Yeah.
it was fun.
Nah, it was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun.
So then this year, who you got winning? Team LeBron or Team Giannis then?
Team LeBron.
yeah, team
Yeah,
LeBron.
well,
That's-
I'm
LeBron?
out with
I don't
Team
even
LeBron.
think it's
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
You don't think long shot?
I don't even think
This
it's
is
close.
probably LeBron's best GM skills to date.
You know what? But they said his first 4 picks were his Laker teammates next year.
I heard when somebody said that I was
It
laughing.
was who was it? KD,
KD.
Anthony Davis,
Yeah,
Kawhi Leonard, and Kyrie Irving.
yeah. Come on, say Kyrie.
If those dudes get together next year, the dynasty in
well.
Golden State's complete. And
Yeah,
if those dudes
that's
can get 11 years straight, we might see 11 champ. We might see Bill Russell's. If we could get those 5 guys together for 11 years.
Well, they're going to loose up because, LBJ probably got another, I think, solid 4 in him. Well, after this, I want to say probably.
But he could play.
What's
like
that?
he might not put up but he'll be able to play for a long time.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he at?
This is the first time LeBron has been
34,
injured before. Remember?
LeBron's trying to play
34,
right now
35?
to get to his son.
so his son can
So
play.
his
Yeah.
son can play. He said
Play
he
He's
wants
in-
to
still
play 1
young.
year with his son,
Yeah.
and then that's
And then
it.
he's done.
His son is what, 8th grade? Like
15, no, he's
No.
15.
he's 9th grade. Okay.
He's 15. But
He's-
the thing and stuff is that remember they on the low they reinstated this fresh out of high school thing again.
True. So, yeah.
So the
I
thing
don't
is-
know if he's gonna be a big enough. I don't know. Who knows? LeBron can do
Well,
anything.
that's,
to be
LeBron
real.
already said that he wants his son to go to school, go to college,
Yeah.
and I think he's trying to direct him to Duke too,
Yeah.
to play for Coach K. So
I see that. are any one of you guys taking the little ones to go see Space Jam 2? Because we know how Mike did that, and Mike was a pioneer for us. But the little ones and stuff, whatever, they don't remember. Some of them don't remember Mike until you see Kicks, right?
Right. My son, he only knows Michael Jordan through shoes and
through shoes.
Shoes and yeah.
But when
he
he gets that
seen
headline,
Space Jam,
Bugs
the original?
Bunny.
My son hasn't seen Space Jam the original. My son has seen Jonas Valanciunas.
That's it.
My son writes for Jonas Valanciunas. That's who my son writes.
Broken finger and all.
Yeah, I thought about it the other day. We were thinking. I was like, "Oh wow, look at that, huh?" For Christmas, he says, "Dad, could I get a Valanciunas jersey?" Me and his mom, we sit there. We say, yeah, "Okay, So my wife goes and she does this thing and she finds this jersey, like $89 for the jersey, right? Gets his Valanciunas jersey, goes, nice, starts wearing it to his basketball practices. And then I come home the other day and I said, well, son, the Raptors traded Valanciunas. Son goes, what? I go, yeah, they traded Jonas. He goes, man. He goes, oh, well. And I'm thinking, when he's saying, oh, well, I'm thinking, oh, well, Mom paid $89 for that jersey. If we go to get that jersey tomorrow morning, that's $9.99. You know what I mean? I was like, my son has his first throwback. Imagine that. He got his first throwback as a JV jersey.
As a JV jersey.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So how you feeling about the Space Jam 2? You think it might hit the mark? Or you think it might miss the mark? Because remember, this year I want to say it's the throwback year for me, what I'm seeing into the movies, because they're bringing back Lion King. Mm-hmm. And they're bringing back Lion King and stuff, whatever, for like the older folks. So if you had that reminiscent moment, that nostalgic moment from back then, this is for you. Yeah. And if you're a person where back then when Space Jam 1 came out, you weren't a parent, you probably are now.
Yeah.
Right.
So are you going to showcase that to the kids and stuff?
Of course. It's not gonna. You know what? It's not gonna make the mark for us. That's for sure. But it'll make the mark for the kids. Because, like you said, they don't have anything to compare it to. They haven't watched a lot of them haven't watched Space Jam 1. So it's gonna be this cool.
But they gotta know, because I want to say the Jordans and stuff, whether they come out, whatever they call them, the Space Jams.
Yeah.
And they only know them as the Space Jams, whatever, right? So it'll be like, where do you get the Space Jam name from? Like, well,
that's
and
the
then the
original.
4-5, exactly.
That's the original.
Watch you.
It'll be good.
Yeah, I think, Marquise, he likes basketball, so I mean, you'll definitely want to go see it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if he's ever watched the original one, but probably not, because something back then to him would probably be corny. Yeah. Just how the whole setting would be, and kids don't like nothing retro.
Yeah, they analyze everything. They break it down.
I think
They'd be like, Space. How come nobody wearing the Space Jam sneakers in the movie? that's what it's gonna be.
People looking and say, what kind of shoes he have on?
Yeah,
but I think Space Jam 2. I think for the kids right now, I think it might even do bigger numbers than Space Jam 1.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking it's gonna.
It's gonna be too popular. It's gonna be all us going to watch it because we're just gonna want to see what it's like, and then we're gonna bring all the kids along too.
Once again, those social media as well, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
That alone, and now the kids
and then the NBA is gonna get behind it,
and push it.
And then everybody knows LeBron James and Steph Curry and all of these guys, so there'll be everybody's gonna identify. I honestly think that we might even enjoy it too.
I think so too. I think that the whole fact that you have LeBron in here and you have the nostalgic thought of how MJ did it,
right?
And now you might have an idea how the whole movie might go and stuff, because you know that they stole the stars back then's powers,
right.
So think about it and stuff with them, like if they were to steal Steph's powers, if they were to steal Clay, or even just suck everybody from Golden State, put it in one Monstar.
I think Lance Stevenson should have a Monstar.
Really?
I think he is. He is a
100%.
monster. I think he is a monster.
He do look like one of them though. He do look like one of them.
I think he is a monster.
I can see that.
I think we've been infiltrated.
Is he gonna do the dance too? He gonna do the dance?
No, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna
do the guitar.
He's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the blow.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the blow. So since we on Mike and we on LBJ for Space Jam 1, Space Jam 2.
Hold up. Are any of the original cast members gonna make a cameo in
that would be good. That would be
say
good.
Anything about that?
Hidden fact. They keeping it nice and quiet and stuff, whatever on it, whatever. They released a poster last year. They released a poster last year.
It's
and
been
stuff,
quiet
whatever.
since then, no?
Right, because
Yeah.
they knew 2019 will be the time of the buzz, right? Because right before everything's gonna drop out and everything, I'm thinking they might NBA if they play the cards right, they might do it right before, or
All-Star
right
game.
after. No, not All-Star. But I'm thinking like right after playoffs to keep the
Yeah.
whole
Or
NBA
maybe
buzz
even, during the
going and
playoffs.
stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right,
During
so
the playoffs.
during the playoffs and stuff.
Or
Remember
the finals.
right,
They always do
they
that.
sneak in things during
They do
the
that.
championship time. Like remember, I think like everything and stuff, whatever with. I think when Jay-Z had the thing when he dropped the album, through a commercial and stuff, whatever on there.
But then they were promoting, what was it, Men in Black? I think that was the first one.
Yeah.
So during you'd see NBA players talking about this movie or pretending like they were trying to get a role in this movie, and then it would fade out, and then they just sneak it in. And
They were
say,
damn near
"Look out
doing.
for
They
this."
were doing. They had a Game of Thrones run playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
Whoever
they
pays-
got Game of Zones and stuff too,
Game of
right?
Thrones,
Yeah.
They got all types of stuff.
So do you think R. Kelly's gonna make the soundtrack?
Oh man.
No comment.
Yo, I Believe I Can Fly was a
It was
Hit.
a banger. It was.
Yeah,
It was a hit.
It was big for the soundtrack. Yeah, I mean,
it was a hit.
Definitely.
It went everywhere.
I don't think he gonna make any records where he's gonna be at the time of the release.
Yeah, I think the records that he's about to make are not musical at all.
He could make a 19-minute song about "I'm Sorry."
Yeah,
So you know he got some things and stuff in the bag, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
The bag, the trunk, the luggage. The
Closet.
Everywhere.
Can't forget the
Yeah,
closet.
he was trying to get out of there, wasn't he?
Listen. Space Jam is going to try and distance themselves
As
as
far
far
as
as
possible,
possible. You probably
Yeah.
ain't gonna hear I Believe I Can Fly coming up to that.
No, they
to
probably
that
won't.
movie.
They banned him from
It
a
hurt-
lot of
it's
radio
gonna-
stations, right? Not
Yeah, they
too,
mute
so-
R. Kelly now,
Yeah,
right?
They muted him.
So okay, MJ, LeBron, GOATs. Why? Go. Who's
Okay.
the GOAT?
Who's the GOAT? Okay, I'm gonna say this for the game of basketball and for the influence and stuff he's had on it. Oh man, it's different because you have to say I grew up in a time where I didn't even watch Michael Jordan play. Like I had to go back and rewatch stuff, right?
exactly.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to for that say LBJ just to say like one, he's a huge specimen. Just the power he's had in the NBA and outside of it too. Like he's just been able to shape so many things. It goes past basketball with LeBron. It goes past he just shows you what a basketball player can be. Not that MJ didn't do that. He did that, right? He's a billionaire. We know that, but I don't know. LeBron's something else. He's something else. I just have to go with him.
Ralo done.
Yeah.
Man, Jordan
Why?
went to the finals how many times?
Is he 6 for 6?
Oh,
No,
right.
6. He's 7.
All right.
Yeah,
Lost
so
the
he's
finals
6 for
once.
7.
All right. How many times Braun been to the championship?
8, 9.
Yeah, he's been a lot.
8,
Yeah. How many rings he got?
3.
Yeah. Go.
Throwing that up.
I don't know.
Bad
I don't-
math. Bad math. Bad math.
God, man.
My whole thing is, we talking GOAT off the court. We talking GOAT on the court. On the court,
Both.
Jordan. You have to because we're talking basketball, so we're gonna say Jordan basketball.
Right.
But if we're gonna talk humanitarian,
LBJ.
Braun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
We're gonna say humanitarian. We're gonna say Braun. But we once again, different eras call for different measures.
It's
Right,
always
right,
it's,
right.
it's always going to be
And-
for
and-
Right. different
that's-
eras, different measures.
And that's
right?
my point too. For me personally, I would say MJ. But I mean, anytime this argument comes up, I always say, okay, what are we talking about? Are we talking about
We're
the
not
GOAT-
talking about practice.
the greatest of all time,
Yeah.
or the greatest
Of
during
their
that era?
time.
Era.
Because
Can't compare.
every era, it's a different thing. I mean, Michael Jordan had to go through body checks, hand slaps going
Right.
through the rim. You know what I mean? Now you can't touch a player.
You can't
right?
even touch him.
Right.
And not to say that he's great now, but 10 years down from the line, who will we be calling great? When they say, listen, 10 feet is too short for the rim now. These guys are jumping too high. They're flying too. Now we're going to race it to 12 feet. You know what I mean?
Well-
There's always different measurements as the time goes on.
Right now, the game has progressed to the point where it's not even raising the rim; it's further in the three-point line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the dudes is pulling up at half court like it's
nothing.
yeah, like it's nothing really.
It's nothing.
You know what I mean? The dudes are pulling up from anywhere right now. So it's just a matter of era, man. Like in this era right now, like and you can't even say that because you look at Kobe. No, but when people talk about greatest of all time, how come nobody don't ever
They
mention
don't
Kobe?
mention him, and he should be in the
A
conversation.
lot of people get.
Well, yeah, we have
You
to.
understand what I'm saying?
No, I think he was in the conversation. The reason why people always pull him out of it is that the teams he always had great teams. We have to be real and
Wait.
say that LeBron never.
Kobe always had great teams.
Yeah, what great teams. He won with Paul Gasol. And who
Yeah,
else?
he did.
Lamar Odom?
He did. No.
Who
What
else
about
was
what
on
about
it?
when he was with Shaq? Everyone forgets about Shaq.
Yeah,
Shaq
but
was a
that- okay,
beast.
that's Shaq.
That was Shaq. It
was him and
Shaq.
Yeah.
And
He didn't-
maybe a Derek Fisher.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
does
it.
anyone
And
know-
Robert Horry.
Nah, they were good teams. Let's compare to Cleveland when LeBron just started out.
Okay.
Can you name me any other players he was playing? You could probably because you were
Damon
a Cleveland
Jones.
fan.
I was gonna say Damon Jones.
Damon Jones. But
Deontay
Bron
West. Man.
wasn't winning no championships like that. Let's talk about when Bron started winning championships. Chris Bosh,
Then
Dwayne
you're right.
Wade.
You're right. That's
You
great.
understand?
But he won championships with
Yeah,
them.
but we're talking about full, complete teams like that.
Yeah.
He had to leave the nest to go and get his championship. And even when he went back to the nest to get the championship,
He brought his
he
team.
brought his
He
team
brought
with
That's
him.
fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
He brought his team with him. Kobe.
I don't know, man.
Kobe's in one spot.
Kobe stayed
Kobe's in one spot.
right.
Kobe went through. Remember when Kobe first started? That's when Kobe probably had the strongest team. He had who was Eddie Jones.
Jones.
No, yeah,
Nick
that's
Van
what I'm saying. He had a
Exel,
great team early
Shaq.
on. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that team ain't win nothing.
Yeah, that's when Kobe's lineup wasn't too proper. Put
No.
a little fro. Yeah,
No, everything was kinda off.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah,
little weird
I,
tattoo.
The weird tattoo.
I,
Yeah,
I'll
you
say
remember,
this.
yeah.
I will say this with the Kobe, like throwing Kobe in there is he like Mamba mentality can't be topped. Like that can't be topped. I mean, gonna even put him over MJ with that kind of stuff. Like his will to like persevere and like make it is unheard of. That's what Kobe wins
I feel
in
like
that.
MJ, his cutting edge to win is the greatest.
Yes.
And so far, no athlete I've seen has been able to touch that. The reason why flu game. Let's look at flu game.
Flugate.
Flu game. You go to flu
I don't
game?
know, but
Flu game.
okay. My
game.
question with
Flu
flu game: if it was a self-inflicted flu, you gotta still give 100%, cause it wasn't the flu.
It was
it was
the legit flu because
Yeah, Scottie Pippen had to almost give him piggyback.
exactly because they had to help carry him down there off the
Yeah.
court, whatever. That was one. Two, that man between every shot, whatever, between every other shot that he took when he's jogging back, his jersey's over his mouth, he's coughing, he's wheezing, he's sweating buckets. He was damn near dying. That right there showed me something else stuff on it. Then when him and Steve Kerr, like the time when Steve Kerr didn't come through,
Right.
and he punched Steve Kerr, like this man has a cutting edge to win. If you willing to fuck up your teammate to let him be known
True,
that you need
true,
to win,
True.
then that be that. LBJ
Doesn't have that.
If it's not going for him,
Yeah, he doesn't
he's
have
gonna
that.
sit.
That's where
He's
that's
gonna
where
sit.
he loses that debate completely. He
He's
doesn't
gonna-
have
he's
that, and
gonna
that pisses
sit.
me off.
So that's what I'm saying. When it
Yeah.
comes to the tail of the tape and stuff, whatever, there's still records that MJ has over LeBron, right? Like scoring and certain things and stuff like that, whatever. And I guess LeBron is still able
He's
to.
gonna,
probably,
he'll pass those.
Yeah, eventually,
Yeah.
whatever. Eventually, we don't know what the future might hold. Did you see a groin injury on Christmas Day coming before? No one did.
No, but
right?
I mean, like
this is LeBron's first time ever being
he's gonna
out,
pass. them.
Right.
He's gonna
right?
pass.
So I mean, my thing and stuff is that on the court wise, I still feel like it's LBJ to me, and I'm not shitting on Mike and stuff. I'm not shitting on Kobe, no one else stuff, whatever. But I still feel like the room to climb is still so much more because LeBron came in fresh out of high school. So he has that more longevity. If MJ never went to go play baseball and all that type of stuff, whatever, it'd be a different dance.
Kobe came up
Fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
fresh out of high school, right in the era of Jordan. All right?
Right.
Yeah.
So ball was still hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't no ticky tack stuff. All right.
But remember, Kobe got a 2-piece combo from Chris
yeah,
Childs.
but he also gave an 81 piece to the Raptors, and that's what you brought up earlier.
Oh yeah.
That's what we remember. No, but we don't talk about Chris Childs.
Right.
Chris Childs' greatest days is as a Raptor.
You're right.
But we'll talk about him another time. But Kobe came up in that era. He came out in that era of getting banged around. He knows who Charles Oakley is.
Right.
Yeah, and
You know what I'm saying? He knows who Anthony Mason is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When LeBron came in, LeBron almost came in at the tail end of those guys.
Charles Oakley's about done.
No, Charles Oakley's done. But I'm saying like he came in at the tail end of he almost came in when the league started to go soft. A little bit. Right? And it's not a knock, it's not his fault.
Yeah.
Not his fault. He's great in his own, but he's great in his era. So I don't even think to say even greatest of all time, it's not even a fair conversation.
Well, the game of basketball itself isn't done.
so it's so
Yeah, there's so many greats.
And there's still so many to come, right?
So many
Because
greats.
even like what is it? I think the top 50,
Right.
the top 50 and stuff, whatever. Only 10 of them were like first round draft picks, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's still so many to
Like
come.
Scottie Pippen, second round pick.
Yeah, exactly.
And
right?
how about when we talk about greatest of all time? Why do we never talk about Bill Russell? Even though it's way back,
Fair enough.
right?
Baby girl, I brought up the ring dance.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like he's
I
never in
brought
the
up the ring
conversation.
dance.
If we're gonna
But
talk
there we
about
go.
that,
This goes
Will
to the
win,
this goes to
get
the era
The
of
era.
it,
the
exactly
So,
right.
yeah,
So
to
it's just
say-
like you can't talk.
You
I don't
can't
know.
say one great.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. There's greats because Kobe's the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time.
Right.
Magic Johnson is the greatest of all time. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest of all time.
Wilt Chamberlain
Wilt
fucking all those
Chamber-
chicks is the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. A lot of dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you have the second tier where there's stars there like Barkley. Barkley's a great player,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you don't. The greatest of all time is not there for him.
No, they never mention Barkley and stuff like that because they look at rings.
Yeah.
So
you
that- that is-
have
that's
to
my
have
thing.
some.
I'm
sort
not
of-
me personally. I'm not looking at rings.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Barkley, you can't say he's the greatest of all time. You say he's a great player.
great,
He's
yeah.
amongst the greats. We'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to say the greatest of all time, that's the guys on this step right here. Barkley's still at the wedding. You know what I'm saying? He's just on the step below.
Gotcha.
Not a bad spot.
A lot
to be.
a lot of greats. I mean, when I think of the greatest duos, I think of Stockton and Malone. You know what I mean?
There you
For
go.
me, there's been no better duo than those two, and they never won a ring.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna throw a wrench in this and put Tim Duncan in there because that was my favorite back in the day.
Duncan.
Yep. You know
Come
what?
on, man.
You know what? You can't deny him.
You can't.
No, you can't.
If we're gonna
Can't
say
say nothing.
rings,
You're
if we're
gonna
gonna
say
say anything like that, like
Yeah, there you
Iceman
go.
is there. No, Iceman is there.
But you know, he just Tim Duncan just. He
it's
doesn't-
boring. He's boring.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a boring
No,
guy.
no,
He's
no,
a boring game.
Lackluster.
Like he's just
No,
that's
we're
it.
good.
But he's
We're
a
good.
he's a great. He's in there.
He's like paint with no shine.
See, he's Matt. He's
He's
Matt.
Matt. He's Matt.
But you know,
He's
Matt
Matt.
is in.
He's a Matt
Matt
star.
is in.
That is in.
Matt is in.
That is in.
Yeah, but you don't really notice it.
Until you're close. Only if you're close.
Only
So you
if
go
you're-
back
if you're
and you look
close.
like, damn, this guy got a lot of rings.
Well,
He's won a couple.
most of the time you're driving up to
Yeah.
Matt and you're like, oh, this guy needs a paint job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Either that or
You're like,
Armor All.
Or Armor All, yeah, like, what's going on here? Right? But
That's me. That's
you
my
can't
life,
say
man.
nothing.
I'm not
He
gonna
is-
lie.
he is great.
Lackluster, yeah.
He is great.
My last question and stuff to you is, I want you, and you'll hear from me. Your top starting 5 of all time. If you were to run a team, you were the GM a team. We're talking about
hard.
dead or alive, DOA, anything. I want your 5. All positions. Just give me that.
Oh man, we gotta think on this.
There you go. You marinate with it. You want me to start off?
Yeah, go ahead, because you knew you'd have it on top.
My center is Shaq. Healthy Shaq. Not
Right,
my
right.
foot hurting Shaq.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to have Jordan at the shooting guard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm going to have LBJ at small forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know that man can play damn near every position and stuff as is.
Right.
I'm going to have at point, believe it or not, Kyrie. I feel
can
like
see that.
I feel like Kyrie can do some things that the point guards in the past and stuff, whatever, can't do. the precision stopping, crossing, all the above, the handles, it goes there. And then I'm going to throw in for the mixer, I like Nate Archibald and stuff for that. He held it down. Nate Archibald, I will put him in the mix and stuff for that. That's my starting five.
Nate's a point guard.
I know, but you see, but with Nate, because of his height and his size, he can do a little duel.
Okay.
So that's my starting five. That's my five and stuff, whatever. That's my Monstars.
All right.
Give me your Monstars now.
All right.
I'm gonna have to say, in the center, I would go with Shaq.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean? The earlier the days, the Magic Shaq.
Yeah.
Oh, the hoop breaking Shaq.
Hoop breaking Shaq.
Okay.
Yeah.
My shooting guard, I'm gonna have to go with Reggie Miller.
Ooh, I slept on Reggie. Can't sleep on Reggie.
Can't sleep on.
Yeah.
Reggie.
Choke him, Spike.
Choke him.
Point guard. I'm gonna have to say Isaiah Thomas.
He getting crossed by Mike Kyrie. Your team lost already. Continue.
I'm gonna say he gonna throw in some dirty. He gonna throw in some dirty elbows on.
He gonna try to blow a kiss.
No, that's Lance.
Yeah.
All right.
Power forward. That's good. That's a tough one for me. But I guess I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Kevin Garnett at the power forward position.
KG the kid.
And who I got left? What I got left?
Yeah.
That's
Do I got the
You
shooting
got-
forward?
you got-
no.
You got small forward right now.
Small forward, all right.
left.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm gonna throw in. Let's see.
He won a championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Maybe.
But now he going Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta make
I
some
don't
money
know.
for the kids.
I don't know if you can still dominate going Hollywood.
You don't think?
All right. Yeah. You know what? But yeah. I'm gonna put LeBron there.
All right.
I'm gonna put LeBron there.
All right.
Go ahead, Ralo.
I'm going to come. My point guard. I'm going to go with AI. My point guard, I'm going to go with AI.
Okay.
My two guard, I'm going to go with Kobe.
Okay.
Mamba mentality.
Interchangeable 2-3. Because I'm going to bring Jordan in there with them.
Okay.
My power forward, I think I'm going to go with KG too. Yeah. KG or... And my center, I think I'm going to go with Joel Embiid.
Interesting.
Oh, because he can shoot over Shaq.
And he has that same strength.
He can shoot over Shaq.
And he's a bully and he
Does
could
he have
dribble.
the same strength?
Oh, maybe not the same strength. Nobody don't have the same
Nobody
strength.
has Shaq's
I
strength.
called for Magic Shaq. I didn't call Lakers hurt my toe Shaq.
I get that,
Shut your ass
Magic
up.
Shaq. I called
Yeah,
for.
you
I'ma
called
make
for
you-
Magic Shaq.
I'ma let you
Shut your
know.
ass up. First of all, either Shaq, any Shaq.
Any
Was it?
Shaq.
I think Shaq shot
I
20.
really-
Well, out of the 22 attempts he did when he was in the league, he only made 1 3-pointer.
You know what?
Joel Embiid and stuff, whatever.
I mean,
doing
honestly,
that.
a consensus is obviously Shaq, right? I just went to go against the grain.
You want to be a
Like,
wild card.
yeah,
You want to be the wild card.
You throw Nate Archibald. We weren't even born when Nate was playing.
But I see most of the highlights and stuff because my
On
thing is
8-track. They seemed to be on 8-track, and you didn't even know.
It was a black and white
Someone brought
banger.
out the real to real.
Definitely.
It was a
That
black
came
and white
back out of
banger.
the NBA hardwood classics.
It was damn right it
You're
was.
looking at it, it's like, yo, is that a basketball net or is that a garbage box? Oh, it is the garbage box, but they put it up on the post. Yeah.
Back then, the booty short teams and stuff, but it was still doing the
Yeah,
ones and twos.
My
It was
pops is
moving.
Nate Archibald, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that, too,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, Wint.
Okay, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
Let's hear this one.
Rip
I'm
Hamilton
gonna
coming
go-
alive somewhere?
Nah,
No.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna go backwards. I'm gonna go Shaq at center.
Nice.
I'm gonna go KD at the 4. I'm gonna go MJ at the 3.
Nice.
I'm going Steph at the 2,
Steph.
and I'm going point forward LeBron James. You can pass that rock, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
Hey, man, I must say, I'm going to have to say this, Marv. I think she's going to meet me or you in the finals.
For real. I see that
She's
happening.
going to meet me or you in the finals.
see that
with
happening.
this,
I
boy.
have to put my coaching hat on for that one.
I ain't mad at that.
I ain't mad at that. Yo, we appreciate y'all and stuff, whatever coming out. Thank you. All that type of good shit. Thank you for the halftime report. We'll expect to see you guys soon in the near future. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has stupidity, that has its limits, and stupidity doesn't. Peace.
And before I do my piece, because I usually end off with the piece, throw your piece in.
The tags.
And I just wanted to say this one will be, well, first and foremost, this is going to be the first one that appears live on YouTube. We got a bunch of videos that's up there now with just the still photo and previous episodes that we did. So thank you for Get a Grip Studios for hosting us.
Appreciate it.
Get a Grip always holds us down.
This is the second time we've been in here, and we love this space, so we just want to give them a quick shout out to them. And Country Rose Bakery for
Don't drop the cookie. You got to do it all for the nookie and the cookie.
Yeah, but look,
yeah, that happened in transport. I'm gonna eat that piece right now.
All right.
But as you can see, she hooked us up with a nice little cookie design to let you know that we are on YouTube, right? So go ahead, subscribe. We want to get some subscribers so we can have the actual Podical Sons after the YouTube, because you need 100 before you can actually do that. Right up to that point is...
Hey, man, pass me that damn leg real quick, man. You
Right?
slacking.
Right up to that point is the YouTube.com and a whole bunch of letters and numbers, right? So we want to get to 100 subscribers so we can have the actual Podical Sons up there. And, you know, we're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify,
Google
Stitcher, Google Play, and all that. So with that being said, whatever you listen to, you can find us. Big shout out to Trace Water once again.
Yay.
And I'm going to say peace. Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.